Hi, everyone. It's Lisa Murrell again. I hope you're doing well today. Today, as part of Heike and Horse World Connect podcast, we are going to talk about lunging, free lunging skills. Actually, I learned all of this when I was working with Linda Kohanov, and I certainly bring it into my course, Equine Alchemy's Coaching Skills Through Horse Wisdom. So it's life coaching in horses. We not only work with the coaching aspect of equine assisted coaching, we also need to know how to work with the horse. So there's lots of different skill sets involved. And I know that all of you are horse lovers here, so I really want to take a look at what those are, those lunging skills. So let's take a look here. Yeah, here we go. Free lunging skills. First of all, the engine of the horse is the hind end. When asking for more speed, point the whip towards the hind end. If you don't remember that that's where the engine is, you're going to have a hard time asking the horse to go forward. Now, the steering is in the front. Remember, the engine of the horse is in the hind end. The steering is in the front. And when you ask the horse to move away from the center and toward the rail in a round pen, point the whip toward the shoulder or the front legs while your body stays behind the shoulder because you don't want to block the horse's forward movement. And that brings us to optimal body position. Stay behind the horse's shoulder. Stepping in front of the shoulder causes the horse to slow down, turn in towards you, or turn around. We get an unbelievably great opportunity when free lunging a horse to see exactly what we do with our body, how much awareness we have of that, because their response to our body position is really clear and immediate. So to avoid blocking your own power center, which is the solar plexus, you must become ambidextrous with the whip. So that optimal body position means that you don't want to cross over in front of the horse's shoulders, or you don't want to hold the whip across your solar plexus or your power center. So to guard against sending the horse a mixed message, avoid blocking the horse's forward movement with your arm under the guise of pointing. Horses drive each other from behind or invite join-up by moving in arcs. They don't point. A lot of people say, go this way, but that is a human language. That is not a horse language. Next, don't forget to breathe. Breathing into the transition is so important. Notice when you're holding your breath. This can cause the horse to slow down or refuse to move in the way you want him to because you're adding tension to the transition. So to avoid holding your breath and add relaxation to transitions, speed changes, breathe into that transition. And so another thing that's important, and Linda Kohanov really talks a lot about this in her book, The 5 Rules of the Master Herder, ensure the job gets easier in the future through this particular formula that she's come up with. Motivation equals commitment plus crescendo plus immediate positive feedback. Now let's talk a little bit about what each one of these things is. Commitment. Once you decide to move the horse towards the rail, up to the walk or to the trot or the canter, don't back off until you get the desired result. How many times do you just kind of go, oh, well, they must not want to do it? And they're the ones all of a sudden that are lunging you. Now, when we talk about crescendo, many people are wary or scared of overexciting the horse. And so, like I said, they back off too soon. Other people fail to raise the energy because they erroneously see themselves as a low energy person. We have no end to the excuses that we make around this. And remember, you are not an energy level. Leaders must act as energy generators. For this reason, it's helpful to imagine that you have an energy dial in your body that can be progressively and smoothly held to turn up the energy from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, all the way up to 10. And this is similar to the crescendo in music, where the music starts soft and then progressively gets louder. And then the rhythmic movements of the whip need to keep the energy at the same level. And so to dial up the energy, increase the speed of how you wave the whip as you move closer to the horse, becoming more demonstrative in your body movements. still keeping that optimal body position and going towards the hind end for the engine, right? And the front end for the direction. So as you do all of these things together, you can modulate or make small changes you need or big changes to have the output or the movement that you both are looking toward. And then finally, immediate positive feedback. No matter how big or loud you have to give, get the horse immediately in a place where you can give positive feedback the moment he completes the transition in the form of delight, engagement, and appreciation of the horse's movement and beauty. Go neutral with the whip as you keep your own enthusiasm and excitement level up. And always don't forget to breathe, right? So, free lunging is so important and gives us so much information about ourselves and how we are impacting our environment and our relationships in an unconscious way. Practicing free lunging is practicing self-development. And also you're creating relationship with your horse. So the few things that we've said, the engine of the horse is the hind end, the steering is in the front. Maintain the optimal body position without blocking your power center, the solar plexus, or stepping in front of and slowing down or stopping the horse by stepping in front of him. Breathe into transitions. Instead of getting tense, okay, we're going to trot or we're going to walk or we're going to slow down. Breathe. How can we both together move into this transition? And then with Linda Kohana's formula, motivation is just what we want the horse to have. We want them to be able to like what they're doing, right? So motivation equals commitment. That means once you've decided what you want to do, stick with it. Crescendo, that means you might have to get bigger, having that dial from 0 to 10 within your body of how much energy do you need to generate to invite this horse to move. And it, of course, with every horse is different on any single day. And then also you can use the whip to just gently move with the rhythmic movements of breathing, crescendoing. It's a lot like music, like a symphony, right? And then in the end, always remember immediate positive feedback. Immediate. The minute we start trying to teach with some kind of an emotion that's negative or frustration or tension, it's not going to do anybody any good. So immediate positive feedback, no matter how small or big, whatever it is that you have to do, while keeping the whip neutral. So I invite you to try this as you are practicing your free lunging and notice how conscious are you of where your body is and the impact your body has on the task that you're working with, and also the relationship. So there's some free lunging skills. There's horse wisdom. There's personal development through horse wisdom. And there's free lunging. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.